everyone, we're back with more Labyrinth.os, so let's continue. Yeah, progress has been slow recently, but yeah, let's see what we can do. Like the main issue I'm facing right now is that the enemies are kind of really strong, so I can't really explore too much without getting my ass handed to me, but there is always a choice. Let me see. Okay, let me check. It's forward, left, then full turn. Okay. But how strong are everyone right now? Let me see. Yeah, everyone's kind of getting really high levels in here, so when we get to level 20, it's better if I swap a little my team because I need to get the rest of the characters upgraded. Like, I know that it's kind of counterproductive to try to balance grinding for two teams, but I don't care. Like, I want to go to do low level runs because I want to be forced to learn the systems. Like, I don't want to just tank the challenges of the game by just out leveling them. Oh, for fuck's sake, stop! Nine birds. Nature's bullet. By the way, I haven't been in any drawing mode recently, so it's mostly because I have been inspired. Like, I have been reading some stuff to mess around with my idea for an RPG setting. Like, it's a system part for Dungeons and Dragons where I'm sporting it to Defenders of Tokyo, like Defenders of Tokyo Z, to be more specific, where the main concept is that I am trying to create a cohesive setting, because the main draw of Dungeons & Dragons is that it's a sort of potpourri setting where you have pretty much every single fictional universe meshed into a single big mess. And because of that, you have some really weird stuff happening in terms of how the plot evolves. Like, it's not really an issue. Like, the concept of the game is pretty much everything operating by rule of awesome. But it is an interesting concept for a game. But the main issue is that it's pretty hard to get people to play the game that are not 100% invested in the idea behind the base game. I will defend. Yeah. Because I don't have to deal with their turns. For those that don't know, the main concept of Dungeons & Dragons is specifically that you are exalted. Like, the concept is a mix of the exalted from White Wolf, like this exalted game line from White Wolf, and also many game lines from other series, including from White Wolf itself. So what's the idea is that your character, they instead of having a class, they have like an exaltation, a specific thing that makes them special. So, for example, your character can be a vampire. So yeah, you have your race, your class, and your. Oh, so I can't go. Wait, if I can go down from this side, I have to go on to read on that. Fuck. Okay. I'm really thinking about it. Where the hell is the entrance to the upper side? You have your race, your profession, and your occupation. So every character has at least a mix of the three. Changing professions like is systematically what gives you class abilities, while the exaltation is what gives you the equivalent of class attributes. So, for example, the vampire exaltation has an entire kit based around using blood points to buff yourself. Okay, stop that. Oh, thank you. No, I don't need that, so let me use a magical. Yeah. Velo. While a Atlantean, let's see. The vampire is based on the Vampire the Masquerade game line, while the Atlantean is based on the Mage the Awakening game line, like the from two different subsettings of the White Wolf, where the concept of the Atlantean is that you are reincarnated soul of an ancient civilization, and you have because of that you have access to old knowledge, and that includes access to magic, because yeah, the main stick of the Dungeons and Dragons system is that magic is actually pretty cheap. Like, the main issue with doing magic is that while magic is cheap, it's actually pretty dangerous. If you get crits on your magic, you run the risk of, oh, for fuck's sake, no! Okay. I thought it was going to proc the fire damage, but it didn't. Like that. So Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, if you know the name, it's a parody of Dungeons and Dragons and the General White Wolf, something this something. Okay, I have to go from the other side. And returning to the Atlantean, the Atlanteans main shtick is that they're good at being magic users. And there's like a bunch of exaltations that come on the base book, like their promotions that are cyborgs with a relic based super heart that gives them superpowers. They are based on a mixture of the permissions from the permission game line from Chronicles of Darkness, and also some stuff based around mech stuff. Like they have some characteristics from, for example, Cyberpunk. Okay, the main stuff that you're going to do it and Dungeons and Dragons statue is that you're not supposed to take anything like that serious. Like everything is kind of a obvious homage to many game lines, so the plot makes like goes everywhere. It makes no sense. The main setting is a mix of both 40k and Planescape, so you have a bunch of adventures going on in Sigil. The main focus city of Planescape, and you have a bunch of plot points happening that come directly from 40k. So I love the concept of it. I will try to run for a few games with it, but the main issue that I've ran into is that it's really hard to keep the rule of cool going. So an idea I was trying to mess around for years is to create a more consistent setting so I can have an easier time selling the idea for the players, because it can get exhausting. Thank you. Yeah, everyone's getting kind of strong. Okay, at least the positive thing of getting stuck in this floor is that we are actually getting stronger pretty easily. So I think that I have been doing recently with regards to that I've been studying a lot of the settings that are components to it, and also the settings that I want to add to it. Like there's a Dragon actually incentivizes you to use the homebrew stuff. There is even a official forum that where you can see the homebrew added stuff. Like, for example, I have contributed to a system called ciphers. It's based on the ciphers from Genius the Transgression. That is a fan line from Chronicles of Darkness. But there is also a bunch of other stuff that is actually extremely good that I want to add. For example, I have been cooking around for some time, like adding stuff from Paranoia. Like there is a class based on Paranoia in the game, not in the game, like from the forum, the troubleshooter, but I wanted to add it more as a setting. And what I found that that's a pretty interesting coincidence, like I like to play with coincidental names, is that there is I don't know how familiar the audience is with Super Sentai shows, but there is a season called O Ranger in the Super Sentai series that is based around ancient civilizations fight a invasion by a machine empire that is in itself the reason why an ancient civilization was destroyed. Let's see. Okay, I got them first. I just have to open the other side. Another turn. And the name of the machine empire is actually Paranoia. So yeah, Paranoia. It's like a stupid coincidence, but it works kind of like the Cthulhu in the setting of Dungeons and Dragons are kind of some ancient big bads that really cause a bunch of fuck. I don't want to have to provide for Lena. But I didn't want to have to waste Lomax's turn, but yeah, everyone's going to go before Lomax, and for everyone else. So the Kitan are actually based on the Kitan from 40k, but they also have some other stuff added to it, like they are way more of a machine empire than like the gods of the Necrons, like the sort of cosmic horrors that Necrons turn into gods. So what I did is that I don't know how familiar people are with Shibuya Hito or Stargazers or those who watch the stars. Like it's one of the most well-known Kuzoge in the world. It is a NES RPG. Okay, good and safe. So now let's kick those asses. But I think that happens in that setting is that the main enemies, like it's a huge spoiler, but the main enemy force that's behind the computer that's causing everyone in the world that's manipulating everyone in the world into murdering psychers, is that a computer that belongs to a space civilization of sentient dolphins called the cetaceans. Yeah, so the cetaceans, the Kitan, the cetaceans actually would in the setting be abbreviation of the Kitan, and it also fit in the joke from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the dolphins are actually a pretty advanced alien species that was just spending some time on Earth. And also I decided to expand a lot on the pre-current period stuff, like on the pre-war on Heaven. Like if you know 40k, you know what that entails. But I decided to, instead of making it about just a bunch of 40k references, like they replaced the old ones with the Streamage from 7th but instead of doing that, I've decided to actually play around with the concept of ancient civilizations, and now I have a bunch of other ones. They are all kind of based on the concept behind the technocracy. Because here's something I want to mess with this setting is that I want the whole setting to have a more focused style of adventure. Like, for example, when I play any of the Hunter games from the Chronicles or World of Darkness settings, you kind of have every single one of your campaigns based around trying to hunt down a specific supernatural. Like, so your sessions are going to be mostly about preparing, studying your target, trying to get the advantage necessary to safely dispose of them. In a vampire game, you're going to focus a lot on the political plots. Okay, let me see. Fuck, I don't know. I don't remember what I have to upgrade. Let's increase HP and MP. Like, it never wastes. Let me just get archetype, paladin. Okay, agility, endurance, intelligence, strength, agility, endurance, tech. Oh, okay, I have to fucking upgrade tech. I forgot about that. Strength 25, agility 25, attack 30. Okay. Let me just check. I have, yeah, agility as well. Let me just check what the highest agility I need. Agility 25. For fuck's sake, that's a lot. But yeah, the intelligence is the only one that. Oh no, intelligence also caps at 20. Fuck. And endurance? Okay, endurance is capped at 15. So yeah, let's cap endurance first, and then we'll have to do the rest. Like looks like everything else is at least 20 as the minimum level. Let me go back to the healing fountain. Let me see how much money I have. Oh yeah, I have a lot of money. Like it also has been helping me grind a lot too. So, so going back to the subject I was talking about, we have those adventures specific to each setting. Like another example is how in Shadowrun you're doing runs, like as in the name, you're Shadowrunning, so you're doing your runs, your small missions for the contractors, like the Johnsons. Uh, and even like D&D, where you're doing a dungeon crawl or I forgot the name of the game. It's Rogue Trader. A Rogue Trader, where you are doing one of your exploration adventures. So you have a central concept for each concept, each game. So I wanted to get it specifically for this one, and the feeling I will try to use is conspiracies. Because a lot of stupid stuff that can be done with the idea of conspiracies, especially because the idea behind Dungeons and Dragons is that like every single playable character is uber powerful, but, and there's a big but in that, being uber powerful doesn't mean they're at the top of the food chain. Like the food chain in that universe is kind of way higher than anything possible. Even the basic canon dragons themselves are fucking absurdly powerful. So having giant dragons appear in an adventure is still a huge event. Like you can't just deal with the dragon. So you have a lot of events like that going on, where where you have a higher big bad that you have to deal with. And in exchange, you're going to have like a hugely crazy power scale going on. Okay, lucky. So let's see who comes now. Fuck it's you. Let me find. Let's see. Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, please remove the defense downgrades. Okay, no, let's... Okay, yes. Okay, going in the right direction. Hey, why are you hitting that roll? You're supposed to hit your attack at front row first. So the idea I wanted to use with conspiracy is that to oversell the concept that you are kind of really, not really at the top of the food chain. Like, you are powerful, but you're not the top of the food chain. Like, it's a mix of the concept behind JoJo's Design Adventure, where some users are kind of drawn to one another. So Exalted tend to just be run into conspiracies all the time, and that's why they are constantly suffering from personal turmoil. Uh, and also that there is a cosmic narrative going. So like a lot of game lines like to play around with the concept that you are not really like your characters sort of don't really know they're in a game, but they know there's a narrative that they have to follow. Like there is even some exaltations inside of the Rumble stuff that are specifically focused on that. Like you have the story agent or the avatar that are based specifically on being a representative of the story itself and the concept of being the main character of another story. So you can get rope powers. And the main idea is that I want to use that as an opportunity to mess around with that. And why would I part to the Furnace of Tokyo in the first place? Is it specifically because the Furnace of Tokyo is a setting, is a system that is specifically thought to be like rule of cool. Like the basic idea behind the Furnace of Tokyo is that it's a special third edition and forward is that it is supposed to be a simplified version of GURPS, specifically tailored around the idea of playing an anime character or a comic book character. So you have like rules for stupid power scales, like you can get some really absurd stuff. There's like even rules for using normal characters fighting giants, for example. And you have a strong focus also on characters dealing with problems that require the acknowledgement of the story itself, the hero point system. That you kind of lose hero point access to hero points the more you level up, because you sort of become independent from the need of to use luck to. Oh, for fuck's sake! To survive. So here's what the main idea behind of the system part. Create a more consistent setting. Like it's not really to supposed to be a definitive setting, but it's like at least supposed to make some sense. Like you can actually create a regular timeline that allows you to place events into a story. So for example, I have divided a lot of the major plot events that were just alluded to in the original setting in the original books into actually more complete events. I have also created a focus on factions. Like it's mostly because I was reading a lot of Planescape, and the main reason is that I love the factions in Planescape, like in their dynamics, but the huge problem is that the factions in Planescape are specifically supposed to exist mainly in Sigil. Like, there's not much you can do with them outside of Sigil because they are they are doing a job in Sigil. Like, they have a reason to be there and they are doing a job in there. So it's not really something that you can transport to the outside of the setting. Like they have presence outside of the city of Seagull, but they are not really supposed to be a huge force outside of it because there's so much other stuff happening outside of Seagull that you really don't have the opportunity to mess around with that. Let me see the levels. 20, 19, 19, 19, okay. So let's replace. I believe I'll put Alicia in the front line. Because Alicia is actually a good replacement. Like, Alicia can tank a lot of hits and has a strong attack. By the way, I have to go back to the back rooms to get more ingredients to do body alchemy. So what I was talking about before I stopped, it was about fuck, I blanked. Um, ah, fuck. Ah, stop hitting her!